Hi, good morning. Sorry, it's not afternoon. Good afternoon. How you all doing? How is your side? I know it's very unlike us to have this program on a day like this. So we just want to come and because we have a lot to say on this topic, and I know my co-host are also ready. So today I went on my kids' activities, the karate. So they just went to have their parade, and I just came back, so that's why we're a bit late today. But anyways, we still give you and bring you relatable topics as usual, topics that will interest you, and you also will learn one or two things. This is like the caption has said, that many parents feel that graduation fees are increasing and is at alarming rate lately. So, and this increment is affecting parents and affecting their financial stand. So some said government needs to regulate it. I don't know if it's government's business. The government needs to regulate it. And also, record says that the Department of Health says that schools should make parties very minimal and meaningful. So are we on the same page on schools taking out graduation parties or making parents pay for graduation fees just to celebrate their kids at milestone? Do you think this celebration should be left for parents to do solely by themselves? Call your family members, celebrate your own child little win. Whatever you have at that moment is how you celebrate your kids. You might get a very big hall to celebrate your child's nursery school graduation, or JSTB graduation, or primary school graduation. Or you might just make it minimal in your own house. Should school be interested or should be part of child's graduation in school? These are many more is what we'll be talking about. Should we because we want to celebrate our kids, should we make it, should we make it bearable or unbearable for the parents? So these are many more. So we have a lot to say. Should schools celebrate graduation for classes like nursery, like primary, or like GS3? Are these school graduation ceremony truly for the children, or they're just making it to make a financial pressure on the parents? Or do you think that we should determine the celebration of these kids? Should it be the parents or should it be the school? These are what we'll be looking at. So we could have some of our hosts, other co-hosts who will be joining us today. We can look into this topic. So what is your view? What's your opinion on it? Let's call others to join us to look into this. Should parents where are my people? Let's join. Let's have opinion on this topic. Celebration. I would add this opinion poll, and a lot of parents are saying they spend 10,000, 20,000. Some spend to 40, 50,000 per child on graduation fee. After paying the graduation fee, then the parent will be pressured to buy new clothes, new shoes, make hair, what's it called? Do like makeup, have families and friends come around, feed them, all those. Oh goodness, it's a lot of things for parents, and they're saying no, leave the celebration for us. You are not the one to tell us how to celebrate our kids. Leave our kids milestone for us. You are not the one celebrating their birthdays. You are not the one celebrating their major wins. So leave this also for parents. Are you on the same note with that? On the lighter note, some school owners are saying it should be like, since you guys can do other parties, this is the only party you have for your kids to celebrate your kids, and you're still complaining about it, that they should minimize how they spend money at other celebrations rather than celebrating just in school. So as this increment create a lot of strains on parents? Do you think government needs to regulate this graduation party? Do you think it's memorable for the kids? Do you think it's nostalgic for them? Do you think so? I'm trying to see. I'll make excuses for school owners. So I'm trying to see that maybe it has a lot of impact on them. Do you think parents are just pressured, they should cut their coat according to their sizes? Do you think nobody's pulling them, or probably made it so graduate students are compulsory. So whether you like it or not, whether you have the money, your child will come home and ask you, "Mommy, give me money, give me money." And this is so what are your opinion? What are your opinions? So even if I don't get other calls today, so these are the questions I'm going to throw out for us to see if we have, or answers to them. So feel free to answer them in case that my co-host, because of our time, it's possible that we don't get some of our co-hosts online because they have other activities to do, other things to do, which is very excusable. And also, this wasn't planned. It just came like I just have to be with the kids also and the parade ground, Okay, I just checking. Thanks for joining. I think the network is also, I'm trying to add Ajashegun. So he's also Ajashegun. Anyway, yeah, Mr. Nafiwala Yenka, good evening, sir. I know it's been a long time. Oh, it's not too long. We were here last week. We were here on Saturdays. If you come every Saturday, you will see me, sir. Ajashegun, thank you for joining.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. I'm great.
I know, right? This is very, I just have to do it in just a few minutes so we can just get our thoughts on the topic.
Yeah,
So I see a lot of videos. I think I've seen 2 or 3 where parents are lamenting about the graduation fee because we're in that season now, and they're saying that it's too expensive for them and it's not part of school fee. It is not also part of school activities which should be made compulsory for them to pay because their kids are graduating does not mean that they have money to celebrate those kids at that time. Should schools celebrate, graduation from nursery, primary, and GS3? Let me start from there.
yeah, definitely. I think graduation is part of the school culture, and I think graduation is one of the memories that we created, when we're in school, and I think it's still part of the memories that actually makes the childhood of every child out there. The graduation thing, that party itself, like having to be around with your friends. Some schools don't just call it graduation, they call it prize giving day, right? So it's actually the day where your achievements in schools are actually recognized. So I think that it's important for that to still be part of the, you know, whatever is being done in the school. Yeah, it's important for that to still be part of the activities of school. You understand? Because that's actually what actually marks your promotion from one stage to the other, right? And that's what even marks your ability to finish the secondary school, and then you are going into the higher institution. And even it doesn't stop there. Even in the higher institution, we don't call it graduation, we call it convocation. Even in 100 level, you do something called matriculation. All these are actually uh, landmark events to mark that, okay, you have graduated into a new level, or you are graduating from the former level that you are up, elevating to a particular level. So I think it's an important culture in the educational system.
Hold on, even nursery kids too should be celebrated from preschool to nursery one, from nursery two to kindergarten, from kindergarten or whatever you call it to primary. And when you get to GS3 to do graduation to SS1, is that is that not extortion from that part? I think it should be left to probably SS3 alone and after your university. What is this nursery to kindergarten, primary to what's that awful? Is that also a good idea? Just is it to extort the parents? Is that why they are breaking it? And very soon they'll start saying, "Oh, it's so important you left primary one, you are going to primary two, you should celebrate it." So should it be at that minimal level, or they should round everything up to when you get to SS3?
Yeah, well, uh, while I was growing up, I didn't think there was anything like graduation from nursery to primary. I think and for you to even graduate, there's usually a test that is usually taken. So for you to graduate, the first significant graduation that you go through in school is the one done in the primary school. And that's the one where you write an exam called the common entrance, I think, if I'm not wrong. So that's actually the graduation that's the first graduation that the children normally have, and that's why they call that certificate. Okay, I don't think that's the one they call first school living certificate. I'm not sure if that's the certificate. I think that's for the secondary school, but that's the first.
No, that's the first living. That's from primary school to secondary school. You're right.
Fantastic. So, and that's the common entrance. So for that, the graduation is needed, I think. So for things like nursery school, there's no exam that a nursery child is even almost unable to walk and even talk yet. So what's the point of the graduation? That's the developmental stage where they are just learning how to write. They are not even really learning how to read very well yet. So I think that graduation for nursery school shouldn't be compulsory, because I think it's not really graduation. It's just a social activity where they just dress up those young children in cute clothes, to make them look like, they are graduating. But that's not really graduation. For you to graduate, you must have, done a test that signifies that, okay, you've passed a particular level and you're being elevated to another level. The elevation
GS3.
from
What of
nursery,
GS3? What's the opinion on
yes,
GS3 graduation?
GS3 is not graduation too, because there's no significant national
No,
examination that
no, they
you
have
write.
external exam. They have external exam.
What's the name of the external exam?
BSc, basic secondary school examination, something like that. Instead of WAEC, there is basic.
That's not an exam that carries any significance. It does not carry any weight. You can decide not to write it.
No, you cannot. It's an external exam. It's not a school-based exam.
Are you saying that exam decides whether you go into SS1 or not?
Yes, yes.
No, that's not right. Please double check. That exam does not decide whether you go into SS.
Ayo, please help us put in the comment section.
No,
No, because
that's
I know,
not right.
my daddy owns the school, so there's an external exam called BEC. Yes. So
What I'm
it's an
saying
external
is,
exam. You pay just like you're paying for WAEC. You write it like external supervisor will come supervise it, not the school owns or the school teachers, and you have a certificate for it before you go to SS1. If you don't have it, some people have it and stop there, and they'll just have just saving certificate and they don't continue. Some may continue. Oh, where's maybe the network? What's happening to my network today? I just show you here. Oh,
yes, I'm back. Sorry about that.
So let's move on.
Well, if that's a thing, well, it's new, and we didn't have that while we're going through school, and that's to tell you that there's really no major significance of you moving from GS3 to SS1. What you need to prove for you to be able to get to that stage is your ability to be able to, pass the basic exams that is full right. And I think that's enough. So if the BSc exams does not really, carry you into or give you a particular certificate that you can use to do something, are they saying that? Because now I think that's like a major topic of discussion. What is the significance of that BSc? If you pass it and you drop out from there, What can you use it to do? Can you use it to apply for work? Can you use it to, is it a minimum, um, qualification that you can use? At the end of the day, it's useless. If you're saying that you just have to pass it before you can go to SS1, right?
No,
So,
and most
and
of the people who passed it and they can move to technical school. That's the criteria for technical school rather. Network. Oh, why is network for me like this? Tayo, let me see you. Come on. Yes, thank you, Tayo, for clarifying that. So it said BSc is an exam that determines whether you pass to SS1 or not. And if you don't pass it, you're expected to go to technical school. I know it's related to technical school, yeah. You are welcome back. So now let's move on because of our time.
yeah.
So at this school party, truly for the children, or just for the school, or to mount pressure on the parents. So I'm speaking for a parent here. A parent is there already lamenting on how much he paid for his own child from nursery 2 to primary 1. He paid 15K. Kilo day.
Well, like I said, no parent should be paying graduation fee from nursery to primary. It makes no sense. It's just a social activity. It has no educational value to anybody. There's no significance to it. So I don't think any parent should be paying any fee. For I wouldn't pay, and I can be that troublesome. I wouldn't pay it even if I can afford it. It makes no sense. Graduation has a literal definition, and everybody should look that literal definition up before they're able to do it. However, I think before you also take your child to a school, you must consider the cost of things like that. Paying for graduation in schools did not just start today. It didn't just start today. It's always been a culture. It's always been a norm that everybody has always done, right? The only thing that people are trying to complain about now is the cost. And of course, before you begin to blame the school, the cost of living is different now from when you were in school. When you were in school, the cost of living is different now. And if you check whatever school that you you went to, if you check what they pay now, it will probably be different. So I think that graduation is important in in the um, in the
Are they
educational
really for
circle.
the children? Are they really for the children or for just to pressure the parents?
It is actually to recognize the achievements of the children. It is not to pressure the parents. It is to recognize, of course, there's a party after, but it's not just about partying. The idea of why graduation was set up is not about the party. It's actually to recognize, before they call it graduation party slash prize giving day. And that's the day when the best students in the class, the best students from the graduation student are recognized, the second best, the third best, and the best in all the subjects are also recognized. So I don't think it should be scrapped. I think it's important, for the children to have that experience, to know that their achievements, all the effort that they actually put in from JS1 to SS3 is actually recognized. And that's like a motivation for them to know that, look, the effort they put into reading and doing all those things did not go to waste. So I think it's not something that should be scrapped for any reason whatsoever.
Talking about the efforts they put into reading, how they did well, we need to celebrate them. Who should determine the celebration? Should that be the school or the parents? Let me be the one to celebrate my child I want. I want to pick my child and take him travel over the world for what he has done. I might just have Gary and say, my son, thank you for all that you did. Take this Gary to celebrate it. So who should determine or should how a child should, it's my child. After education, I should be the one to determine to celebrate my child, not the school celebrating my child for me. So now, in this, who do you think should celebrate the child?
Yeah, I think it's the school. It's the school's responsibility to, on that graduation day, it's the school responsibility. You can go and do after party in your house. If you want to do, you can go and do anything you want to do. But amongst his peers, among this is the child's, peers, uh, um, his
Yes.
colleagues or our colleagues, right? It's important for the child to know that, to be recognized, to be seen, and to know that, look, I did better than all these people. Come on, why would the child that did not put any effort at all, and the child that put all the effort, we just discharge everybody to go home, and then everybody should go and celebrate themselves in their individual homes? I don't think that's good enough. I think that whoever puts, who puts in an effort deserves recognition. Yeah, the the laborer deserves his wages. That's what I think, and I think that it's not something to be done in your house. After all, every other student will not come and gather in my house to come and see when I'm doing that. But it's a landmark event when, you're graduating and the school gets to announce that you are the best graduating student, and all that you are recognized for all the candles that you burnt and all the late night that you've done. So I think it's the school's responsibility.
Okay. Mm. Now, my question again, maybe the last one. Is it possible for us to celebrate our milestone without making it extravagant? Since you
Of
said we
course,
will not, then is it possible that we do it in a very minimal way?
of course. The thing is, we still continue to miss the point of what a graduation is. It's not a party. It's not a party. Yes, the party can come, you know, within the graduation, but it's not the party. When the emphasis changes from what that program is supposed to be for, and it focuses on the party, right? That's when we begin to get it wrong. Even for higher institution, it's called convocation. It's a graduation. After you wear your gown and then you collect whatever you want to collect, your certificate, you can then go and party, right? You can go and get that done, but it's a convocation party. The same thing with it. It's a graduation party, and that's where you recognize the performance of every student. So I think that you cannot just say that, you want to decide how you, of course, you can decide how you want to get it done in your house. But I think the school, the institution that decides who actually performed well, who performed average, who performed lowest, deserves, and in fact, they owe that child a right of, recognition that, look, while you were here in the year 2025 to 2026, you had the highest, score in XYZ, you had the highest. How will those achievements self be recorded if there's no
Good.
event where we can be able to say, yes, all these are the people that have done well, and these are the people that have not done well. You understand? And without graduation party, all these people that are saying that they don't care about graduation party, hope they know that one day when their child wants to run for House of Assembly and they go and bring propaganda that the child is a dropout, that the child did not go to school, they will not have pictures of wedding of graduation gown for that child to show that, look, I went to so and so school. They will just be talking. There's no evidence to show. Before you now say that because they are charging you 50,000 naira for graduation gown now, it's too much. Remember that in the future now, when they now say you did not send him to that school, that you should go and bring the proof out. That you will not have proof that time. You will just be doing church, no evidence to show anything.
Okay. Now, to tell you, I should be done by now. But looking at it now, it should be something that it should be done in the school hall or school assembly. But you don't have to spend extra, making parents to pay a lot and send like getting hall, getting DJ. What's DJ for? Just make it straight to business thing. Get to your school hall or wherever you want to gather on the assembly ground, celebrate the kids, give the whoever you want to give award, and let them disperse. Everybody should go to their house. What is DJ? Dancing,
It's not
dancing,
a
dancing.
morning. It's not a. They are not morning. It's not a morning program now. It's not morning. It's only when people are mourning that they will say that they cannot play music. For some children, it's a celebration. So why will you
Yes,
now?
let
It's
them.
the people that see. It's the people that their children came last that will be saying that they should not bring DJ. Me now that my child came first, and
Go and play
he
the
gets
music in
students
your
like,
house.
eh?
Don't rub your success on other people's child's face. Don't rub it on their face.
No, it's not me rubbing it on their face. Is when he was burning the candle and he was doing the work, putting in the work. Come on,
Oh, what
where
is
were
the
they?
competition? It's not competition
It's
now.
not a competition. It's recognition. It's not a competition, and it's not rubbing success on anybody's face. It's recognition for their hard work. And I think, psychologists will say that recognizing people for the kind of work that they put into a job actually is a source of inspiration. So if we all know that, well, whether you come first, whether you come third, eh, is the even you're about to say it's for your father's house. Now there if you go to talk to you come first. Nobody knows, nobody recognize your force. You're just a local champion. So that's why it's important to separate, the ones who are doing well from the ones who have not done well at the end of the day. No matter how you say that the cost is not too high. Any cost that is spent on education, look, anybody that says that the cost of education is too high should try the cost of
Ignorance.
illiteracy. Should try and to try to. I don't want to mention names in the society today that actually speaks about illiteracy. But when they mention some people to you, you will understand the reason why school is actually important. So I think that it's an important part of the
So it's
process, and
part and
anybody who is
of
complaining.
celebration. That's my point. It's part and of graduation service.
Sorry, come again.
It's parting, making kids to buy,
Yes,
wear makeup,
definitely.
buy
It's
clothes.
part of it. It's an important part of it.
Me that I'm on my own to give out money to spend on the junior. What's my own with your junior?
See, Lady Taya put up something earlier, and I think that settles it. Cut your coat according to your clothes. There are schools who also do parties on a moderate size. There are schools who do parties on a moderate size. There are schools who will take their party and let they take it to Dubai or something. There are some who takes it to Abuja. There are some who just take it to it's in their school field. There are some who takes it in their school hall. So learn to cut your coat according to your clothes. That's the real value that you want to get from there is that the child is well educated, is well taught. But just because you don't want to incur some additional cost does not mean once you now deprive that child of that period that
Okay.
that he can get that
What of other
recognition for what
parents?
he has done.
What of other parents that when it's during party now, they will do bridal makeup for their child? You are necessary, you are having a bridal makeup, you are wearing a wedding gown. And others who are normal, like in their best, attire, will now start looking unfortunate because somebody is already in a bridal wear, which should not be accepted in that school. Like, why we have a full makeup on? Like, can we start regulating what should be brought to graduation too?
You see, this does not even need regulation. The costume for graduation is the graduation gown. If you like, go and sew the biggest gown on earth. The costume for graduation is the graduation gown. So
One of
if you
bridal
go,
makeup, expensive, yes, involve straight for kindergarten. Another
well,
two children who are the normal beach here will start looking like they are not doing enough. And their
you
child will
see,
start pressuring their mommy. Mommy, I want to be like Senior Lagbaja that did that last year. You did that last year. Senior Lagbaja did this and did that. And it becomes pressure on the parents. Can we start regulating the kids on how they dress? There should be moderate dress style. And it should be on their notes. Know this, know this, know this. So that there won't be pressure on the parents.
you see that question actually highlights how bad the educational system has actually gotten. You see, back then, eh, it used to be, the story used to be one child from one very poor or average home beaten mercilessly, taking first and taking second, while those ones who came from very wealthy, affluence, and all were always looking. That used to be the story. So it's usually a thing of beauty to see you bring your child to school with bones straight, and she's sitting with her bones straight and all that beautiful makeup, and the child that is that they use hand to make the hair is the one taking away all the award, right? Like sometimes you can even tell. Sorry,
No,
are you saying something?
no. Continue.
Okay. And then sometimes you can even tell you can even tell the student that will be performing well just by their look. You can even tell the child that is going to get the gift on the graduation day just by their look. Those who are excessively dressed, who their parents pay so much attention to their makeup and all that, who are all the biggest things, they usually, end up watching some of those people who come from little beginnings, to scoping all the reasons. And that's to tell you how bad the educational system has gotten to. So at the end of the day, it is the parents, no teacher is going to tell a parent to buy bone straight for a child on graduation day. I beg to differ that it is the school that puts the pressure on the parent to buy bone straight, to dress them with the gown. The school does not even tell the parents what to wear for their children. If their children decides to put pressure on them and they decide to bow to that pressure, that shows that they are irresponsible parents, and they should be held responsible for that. They shouldn't come and be playing blame game and reverse psychology to make other people speak up for them. So at the end of the day, like I said, right, the school's normal uniform for graduation is the graduation gown. They can ask you to pay for the party, and you can decide to pay for the party. But whatever you then decide to wear for your child, the party is on you, is on your child. If you decide to let your child control you, come on, can we even tell our parents then that they should come and do this, they should come and do that? They will tell you to come first. They will tell you to come first before you can tell them that they should even buy you even what you want to even use for Christmas. It's not even for graduation, for Christmas. Maybe a couple of months or a couple of years ahead, they will tell you that you came third or you came fourth and you're asking for this. It's not your mate that came this. So it tells you how, we have so much devalued the educational system.
Anyways, that's okay. I think that's all that we have for today. But some school do Ankara, they will do Ankara, they will have style. They
Can
will
you hear me?
big style. Where say all of us are wearing black suits, all of us are wearing red suits, and make parents to start running around for.
You see, we know even on this platform we've talked about it. Those are weak. The time we talked about weak parenting, those are the weak parents that we're talking about. That's very weak parenting, weak one.
Anyways, thank you, Tayo, because I can read your comments too. You're trying to balance it because okay, I think that's all we have for today. Thank you for your opinion. So parents should do what they have capacity to do. Don't do it and come back to complain. Do what you can do. If your child cannot participate in that graduation, even if you don't attend, nothing's going to happen. If you think that you don't have capacity to pay for it, talk to your child, celebrate your child at home as much as you can. They can still, it's not a do or die. Whether you're there or not does not determine your success. It doesn't determine whether you're going to make it or not. It's just to celebrate the child. And a parent that are complaining, they should desist from it. I was only trying to speak for you, but it looks like I can't speak for you guys. Okay, thank you for all that you've done. Thank you for coming at the session. Thank you, Tayo, on the comment section too. It's well celebrated. See you on this channel. Don't forget 4 p.m. Today will just seem like that. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.